Welcome to Sportsbet Daily at Oddsmarket.com. It's Fans Forum. It's the Friday before the weekend. And this weekend, I've got a little treat for you as well as myself. Two old teammates, Dave Lee, representing Chelsea, and Matthew Le Tissier, representing Southampton. The two sides meet tomorrow at St Mary's. Both teams looking to get something out of the game. First of all, Dave, how are you, mate?
I'm fine, thanks, Flash.
Good. Are you with this Chelsea side at the moment? They're like, are they going to be the side that challenge Liverpool and Man City if anybody does?
Possibly. Obviously, they've got a lot of youngsters who just come in playing with no fear. I think it might be a little bit early for them to challenge Man City and Liverpool at the moment, but you just never know.
I mean, you were there for 10 years, and you must have seen peaks, troughs, highs, lows.
Yeah, I mean, we had a spell where we had a lot of the lads from the academy came through: Gareth Hall, Graham Stewart, Jason Cundy, Damien, Matthew, Eddie Newton, Frank Sinclair, and then Graham Lasso came over as a youngster. And, you know, we had a lot of success early on. And I remember one season we'd done really well. And unfortunately, Don Howe was taking it. We sort of downhill after that. So, yeah, we had a lot of ups and downs, really.
Where are Chelsea right this moment?
Probably not where they want to be. They probably want to be challenging for titles because over the last sort of 15 years, they've probably been in a position to challenge for everything. With the transfer ban, it's obviously Frank's got his hands tied a little bit, but I think it's a good opportunity for him to get the youngsters in now. He's got no other choice, really.
Yeah, I think it's a blessing in disguise, surely, because some of these boys are not going to get a chance. Yeah. They go elsewhere. I mean, you remember, what about Kevin De Bruyne? I mean, what about Mo Salah? All these players that came across, never got a game, go elsewhere, complete and utter stars. Yeah,
well, Mourinho, I think, obviously didn't fancy him at the time. They've come over, they're youngsters. He's not played and not given him a chance, but now he has to play them. You know, he's got no other choice. But, you know, it's all right them saying you got to play them. They've got to be good enough to play in the first place.
What, do you not think that they were good enough?
What, now?
No, then.
Yeah, they were good. Yeah, obviously, Salah, you know, they were saying he wasn't great at Chelsea, but yeah, of course they're good enough. You know, you've got to look at them now, the way they've flourished. But I'm just saying, you know, people go on about the youngsters all the time, but they have to be good enough to get in the side in the first place.
And you think these kids that are coming through now, the likes of Mason Mount, who does look like he's got a footballing brain that you don't normally see, and Tammy Abraham, who's done better than I thought he would do?
Yeah, same with me. I watched him quite a lot when he was at Swansea in the Premier League, and you know, I wouldn't have thought he'd have done as well as he has this year, judging on what I'd seen when he was at Swansea. But you know, he's playing in a better team. With all due respect to Swansea, he's playing in a better team. He'll get a lot more chances at Chelsea, and he's done better. I think a lot of people are under the same impression.
Okay, and Chelsea play Southampton tomorrow. Southampton legend is a word that's very easily used these days, but this one definitely counts. Matt Le Tissier, how are you, sir?
Evening, Flashman. I'm good, thanks. And you?
Yeah, I'm good. It's nice to see your face. Reminds me of home. Doesn't make me too sad. Where are Southampton at the moment?
I guess we're probably a little bit shy of where we hoped to have been. I think just 1 point from the opening 3 home games was a tad disappointing. I think the away points are probably where we'd have expected to have been. So, yeah, I think as long as we can get our home form sorted out, we should be all right.
7 goals in 7 games, but they lose 2-1 to Liverpool. They draw 1-1 against Man United, although looks better on paper than the team you're absolutely going against. And they score against Tottenham. So they are scoring against the top 6.
Yeah, I mean, they can score. They're not scoring probably often enough. I mean, averaging 1 goal a game is going to get you in probably a little bit of trouble towards the end of the season. You need to be getting a little better ratio than that. And we have to start making sure in games that we don't just score 1 in a game. We haven't got that great a defence. So if we're going to go and win football matches, we've got to score your 2s and your 3s.
What's the fans' views? Are they quite patient, or is it now time where the money's been invested during the summer? New players have come in. A couple of them look like they could be out of the Sadio Mane role. Do you think the fans are wanting results now?
No, the fans are pretty patient, to be honest. I think they like this manager. They enjoyed what he did last season. We were in banging trouble when he came in, and he got us safe with a couple of games to spare. I think the disappointing part probably has been, you mentioned the Sadio Mane comparison there with probably Musa Yenepo is what you're talking about. And the boy has scored 2 fantastic goals away from home in 2 good victories. Unfortunately, he's injured again this weekend, so we haven't quite got him on a consistent basis yet. I think when we do, I think the team will look a very different side.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably what they need. They need that little bit of fairy dust. I mean, we've always had it over the years with certain players. Without that, it's almost like workmanlike with the 2 boys sitting in front, Højbjerg, Romeo. I don't think you can play them both because you lose something going forward.
I think if you're going to play a 4-2-3-1, I think you can probably play the pair of them there. I think Redmond can be dangerous. You know, I think that we have got players who can hurt people. I like Danny Ings. Danny's a good footballer, and Shay Adams needs a goal. You know, I think his all-round has been pretty good. The kid just needs a break in front of goal, and once he gets that one, I think you see a different player.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have a record like Cole Eburn soon. I knew you'd both start laughing about that one. Dave, when Chelsea come away in Europe this week, 2-1 win, Northern France, where they played Lille. They looked quite sharp. Another goal conceded from a set piece. Is that a concern going down to Southampton tomorrow?
Yeah, it's a concern wherever you're going to go next. They've conceded quite a few this year, and I was listening to the manager, and he said it's something they've been trying to address in training and working on different things. But you know, it's vital in the Premier League now. You go 1-up, you need to keep a clean sheet. Clubs like Chelsea need to start defending better from set plays.
Who are you most encouraged by in the Chelsea squad at the moment? Who's sort of got you like lifting off when the ball goes near him?
I think Mason Mount's probably the one that's come in and done well. Tammy Abraham's obviously come in and scored all the goals, but I think Mason's come in, and again, a lot of people thought, is it Derby last year? Is he ready for the next step? Frank obviously and Jody were very close last year and thought, yeah, he's ready, and I think he's proved to people he is ready.
How do you get the 3 points at Southampton this weekend? How do you see the game going?
I think Chelsea will win 2-1. I think they'll probably concede, but I think they'll just have a little bit too much of Southampton.
Okay, Matt, I mean, I look at this game and I think this is a game where Southampton could almost outstrength, if you like, frustrate a Chelsea side, and I think they could get something. I certainly think both teams to score.
Yeah, I'd go along with the both teams to score shout. I think Southampton to score from a set piece would be quite a good shout. I think Vestergaard is a big lad. He got his first goal against United. I'd expect with his presence in there that he could cause some real problems for that Chelsea defence.
Yeah, Dave, I'll go back to you and I look and I think, what is a good season for a Chelsea fan this year after the last few years that you've had?
Well, I think if you get a good run in both domestic cups, I think if they can get to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, I know it's a tough group with the way Ajax are playing and getting beat at home by Valencia. But I think if they can finish top 4 or 5, I think that'll be a successful season. You know, if the kids can play, most games as well and do well, I think that'll be an even better season.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the squad rotation. It seems to be, apart from the top boys, it seems to be a thing of the past, this squad rotation, because teams are now trying to go back to the old school of, there's my best side, I'm going to try and put that on the pitch as much as possible. And I think that's where Southampton's strength's going to lie, is when they actually get that side together.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree, Flash. I think that especially with a squad like ours, I think the manager does have to almost have a little play around to find his best team, and when he gets it, try not to make too many changes because it's not good for continuity. I think the players get used to playing with one another. We're in the same side all the time. You know yourself. You forge little combinations with players that play in the same area of the pitch of you. You get to know what they're going to do every time the ball comes to them. You get to know their habits, and it makes life a lot easier.
Yeah. Dave, what was your memories of playing against Southampton back in the day at the Dell, where it was all enclosed? Not a nice place to come.
No, it was a great ground for atmosphere. You know, as you come down the steps in the corner and that, the noise was great, and
try not to fall over.
Very tough games.
Try not to fall over with them studs.
I didn't wear studs, mate. You know that. No, it was good. I mean, obviously, when I first went there, Tiz was up front with Shearer, and they had some very good players. You know, the Wallaces and people like that. But it was all, you always knew you were in a game when you went to Southampton. Definitely. Yeah,
I mean that's the big problem really, that Southampton sort of lost that intimidatory sort of feeling of clubs, because they go to St Mary's now, Matt, and it's a nice place to come. Beautiful pitch, and the players, that they're not like that. Where can I put it? They don't really put it up them early.
No, that's a good way of putting it. There was definitely something lost within the atmosphere of the ground with the move to the new stadium. I know there's twice as many people in it, but the atmosphere isn't quite as intimidating for away players. There's a lot of space around the pitch. You don't get to hear all the abuse that's being shouted at you from 2 yards away like you did at the Dell. And it's a very different place, but you have to learn to live with that. I mean, we did have spells where we were very, very strong at home, under Koeman and Poch. We didn't lose too many games at home, so we just need to try and get back to that again.
OK, I won't bore you any longer. Dave, give me your prediction tomorrow again. 2-1 and a goal scorer.
2-1 Chelsea, yeah. Abraham in Mount.
Are you going to give me both? Do you want to give me the Southampton one as well?
Vestergaard.
Yeah, from a set piece. Matt, give us a prediction and a goal scorer, please, if there is one.
I'm going close to Dave's score, but I'm going for 2-2. I fancy a Desmond, and I think Ings and Redmond might get on the score sheet.
OK, well, listen, boys, thanks a lot for your time. I really appreciate it. It's put a smile on my face seeing two people uglier than me.
Good lad. More hair, though.
Oh, plenty more hair. Plenty more hair. I like the way that Dave, you've disguised the glasses. I've just noticed. Come on, give us a butcher's of them glasses.
It's only for reading, mate. They're only for reading.
Look at them. That's it. Look at that.
50 next month, Flash. Yeah, I'm 50 next month, mate.
I saw that. And Matt, I know I'll speak to you beforehand, but happy birthday for 10 days' time, mate.
Lovely to talk to you, Sunshine.
I'll see you both soon. Thanks for your time, boys.
See you, Flash.
Cheers. That was Dave Lee representing Chelsea and Matthew Le Tissier representing Southampton. Dave Lee fancies 2-1 with Abraham scoring at any time. Matt Le Tissier is hoping for a 2-2. Desmond, they call it. Until next time, see you soon.
That's what I said, ground, mate. I was like, walked out here. I was like, hang on a minute, what's going on?
How you doing, mate? You all right?
I did not know.